welcome to Breathe and Flow with Maria. For this class, we'll be working on both the hips and the spine. Now, if at any point you need to modify the poses, please do so. I don't want you to experience pain, pinching pain, most especially when you do your practice. And if you need to take rest, please do child's pose, shavasana, take a break, grab some water, whatever feels good to make you feel rested. If you feel tired, then please do that as well. So when you're ready, hop onto your mat and let's start off in child's pose. So place the knees down onto the ground. It can be wide to accommodate the torso. Point your toes back, sit back on the heels, extend the arms forward, and just slowly lower your head down towards the ground. And as you lower your head down, begin to bring the forearms, elbows down towards the mat. Allow your sit bones to feel heavy on top of the heels. And allow your arms to comfortably rest on top of the mat. And as your body starts to settle down into the pose, I want you to start noticing the breath. Notice that as you inhale, parts of the belly touches the sides of the thighs. And as you exhale, the chest, belly softens, relaxes. Let's do that 2 more full breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Take a deep breath in. A slow breath out. Now the next breath, gaze forward towards your fingers. Lift the arms off the ground. Cup your fingers off the mat. Not really off the mat, but you're creating a tent-like position with your fingers and your hands. And as you do this, think of pushing your armpits towards your fingers. So reach the armpits forward. Now if this is straining your neck, you may just let your head fall heavy. Good. And if you haven't yet, please breathe in and out through your nose. Relax the arms, relax the palms of the hands down to the mat. Lift halfway up, take an inhale. And exhale here. This time bring your left arm underneath of the right. Thread that needle. And then lower your head, chin down towards the arm, towards the floor. And as you stay in this position, focus on the breath, allowing your exhales to soften your body into the pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now inhale, lift up, bring your left arm back towards the mat. And as we exhale, switch sides. Now remember, as you come into this position, think of the right arm or the arm that is underneath of the extended arm, reach towards the side, and the top arm reaches towards the top side of the mat. So reach to 2 different directions. Now maintain that both sides of the ribs, your chest, are looking directly down towards the mat. So try to square your torso in this position. Soften the head once more. Breathe mindfully in through the nose. Gentle exhale out through your nose. One more time. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Inhale back to center. Place your right hand back to the ground. This time move to tabletop position. So coming onto your table, placing your hands underneath of the shoulders, knees underneath of your hips. Tuck the toes if that's where you are in your practice today. Otherwise, point your toes towards the back. Now on the inhale, just push the belly down. Lift your chest. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze forward or look up. On the exhale, reverse the action. Push the floor away, rounding your back, mid-back, all the way to the tailbone, chin tucks in. And again, inhale, drop the belly down, lift the chest, shoulders pulls away from the ears, look up or forward. Exhale, roll the spine, tailbone points down, chin into your chest. Try to match your breath with the spinal rotations. Inhale and exhale. It's not actually a spinal rotation. I stand corrected. It's a spinal curve. 2 more times. Inhale, belly down, lift the chest. Remember to pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, push the floor away. Tuck that belly in, chin into your chest, tailbone points down. 1 more time. Inhale, belly down, chest lifts, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, push the floor away, rounding your spine. Coming to cat. And then come back to a neutral position of the spine. Now stay in your tabletop. I'll just switch sides so you get to see me. Okay. From your table, extend your right leg out towards the side. So if your knee is sensitive, please pad the knee by placing another mat or cushion or a blanket perhaps. Now once you extend your right leg out, have your right leg in line with your left knee. Place your hands back directly underneath of your shoulders. Keep the arms straight. Pull the belly button in towards the spine, chest forward. Take an inhale in this position. Exhale, try to sit far back as you can. And again, inhale forward. Exhale, sit back. Inhale forward. Exhale, sit back. Try to check if your right pinky toe stays down. Put it there. It wants to lift up, but keep pressing it down. Inhale, come back center. Exhale, push back. 1 more time. Inhale, come center. Exhale, push back. We're going to hang out here. Sit back towards the left heel. Lift the chest, lengthen towards the tops of the mat. We're going to stay. Press it pinky toe down. 2 and 1. Come back neutral. Back to all fours with your right leg extended. This time, plant your both hands firmly onto the ground. Pull the belly in. Work the core. Lift the right leg up. Lower down as you exhale. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale down. Lift up 3. Exhale down. Lift up 4. Exhale down. 1 more time. Lift. And hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Come back to tabletop. Push back to child's pose or extended child's pose, which is what I'm doing. Did you feel your hips over there? My hips were screaming. I have really, really tight hips, which is actually the cause of my chronic lower back pains. So if you have chronic lower back pains, or if you do experience lower back pains, work the hips. It will help you alleviate or give you lower back relief. Okay, catching my breath. So come back to tabletop. Okay, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. You know that drill. Step the left foot out towards the side. And again, as you step your left foot out, pinky toe side down, knee and foot in line with each other. Don't just drop the belly down. You want to work the core, strengthen the lower back at the same time so we can really work on the hips in this position. So take an inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, lower down. It's a lot of work for me. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Is that 3? This one's 4. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, inhale up. Now you know we're going to hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg down. Press the pinky toe side down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sit back. I know I started with this movement on the other side, but it doesn't matter because you can always switch things. I used to be so rigid before with my life, but then after recovering from depression, I just unlearned how to be so strict and rigid with myself. And I've basically learned how to just flow with how things are. Basically, learn how to let go of control. Okay, one more full breath here. Inhale, come back. Exhale, back to table. And again, extended child's pose or full child's pose. And then come back to neutral, back to all fours, tabletop position. Okay. Now one more on your tabletop. Bring your right hand at the back of your right ear. Keep the left hand down on the ground. Inhale, twist right. Exhale, tap the right elbow to the left wrist. Inhale, twist right. Exhale, left wrist. Inhale, open right. Exhale, left wrist. Last two, inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Come back center, right hand down. Switching sides, left behind the left ear. Keep your length or your spine lengthened forward. Pull the belly in towards the spine. Inhale, open left. Exhale, left elbow to the right. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Two more. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Come back neutral. Plant both hands down. And then just slowly sit back to a child's pose. Bring the big toes to touch. Extend the arms forward. Lower down. Just for 2 deep breaths. Child's pose just to reset. Now from here, we're going to be very active, very mobile. Please be mindful with the knees. If you're sensitive in that area, you can always please modify the pose. Now inhale in child's. Exhale, one more breath. Now inhale, look forward. Lift your hip, push forward into up dog. Exhale, back to child's. And again, inhale, come to up dog. Exhale to child's. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, child's. Last one, inhale, up dog. Now we're going to push the hip forward, lift the thighs, lift the knees, keep the tops of the feet down, press the hands down to really lift the hip all the way up towards the sky. So think of your hips, your hip bones pushing all the way upward towards the sky. Now curl the toes or drop the knees down, lift the hips up and back for your first downward facing dog. Plant the hands down firmly. Pedal the feet if the hamstrings are really tight today. You can also sway your hips side to side. So be compassionate with your body. Be kind, be gentle. Take breaks, modify if needed. Okay, now, I personally like doing bent knees, downward facing dog because my hamstrings are really tight. Now, even if the knees are bent, the heels are floating, push the hips up towards the sky. Okay, now I mentioned that the heels are slightly floating for me. What I do to work the hamstrings is just push the feet down, even if they're not touching, and maintain the integrity of the hips that it stays up towards the sky. One more full breath here. Now soften both knees. Walk both hands towards the feet. Walk back, walk back, walk back. Now keep the knees really soft. Let the spine, head be heavy. And just rest in a comfortable forward fold. And now if you haven't yet, have your feet hip distance apart. Place your hands just in front of your toes. Lengthen the spine forward. I want you to place your left hand in front of your feet like a tripod. Left hand, left foot, right foot, tripod. Now you're going to bring your spine forward. Okay. My knees are still bent. As I bring my spine forward, I start to straighten my right leg, but I keep the left knee bent. Keep that right hand onto your hip. push the chest forward, right leg straight, left leg bent. Now twist your ribs towards the right. Okay. Notice if your hip went all the way left as you twisted, keep that hip towards the center. Now as you twist your hip to the right, and if your hips are stable, slowly add the right arm up, if that's accessible and if that feels good. Take one more full breath here. Look down to the floor, bend the right, switch sides. Tripod with the right hand in front. Lengthen forward first. Once you feel stable, that's the only time you straighten the left leg. Keep the right knee bent. Lengthen the spine more. Left hand on the hip. When you're ready, twist your chest towards the left. Okay. And then if you're comfortable already, if you feel stable, left arm up. Then as you come into your twist, always remember you want to maintain the length forward as you twist. Okay. And then if you twist, move the ears away from, move your shoulders away from the ears. And then come all the way back down. Bend both knees and slowly roll yourself up, one vertebra at a time. Whew, that feels good. Feels good for the hamstrings too. We'll do one round of sun salutation A just to move all parts of the body and to incorporate mindful breathing at the same time. Stand with your feet together, hands into the sides. Let your tailbone point down towards the floor. Okay. So when you do that, you allow the natural curve of the lower spine to take place. Lift from the heart, chin parallel to the floor. Take an inhale, lift both arms all the way up towards the sky. You may look up if that feels really nice for the neck. Exhale, soften the knees, bend from the hips, fold forward and down. Drop the head down. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees a lot to flatten the hands down to the floor. Step back into a plank pose. From your plank, I like to do the rolls. Knees down, chin and chest down towards the ground. Now think of your spine rolling forward from the lower spine to the upper. Roll into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you notice me fidgeting, it's because of my hamstrings. They take forever to open up. And inhale, step the left foot towards the middle part of the mat on the back side. Slightly bend it, lift the right leg up towards the sky. Look forward, step the right foot in between of your hands, and then lower the left knee down to the ground. As you lower your left leg, keep tucking the left toes, ground the right foot, push the hip forward to lift the arms, the torso up towards the sky. And from here, lower your right hand towards your left leg, slight twist, push the hip forward and lean back. And come all the way back down to the floor. Bring your right foot further out towards the right side of the mat. Flatten both hands. Keep the left toes tucked. Move that left knee an inch backward, coming into lizard pose. And then you can relax your left foot. Now, for those of you who wants to do more for the hips, you're welcome to lower the elbows down towards the ground, parallel. Lift the left knee off the ground. Bring your chest forward and up. As you bring your left heel pushing back. Take another full breath in this pose. And we're going to lower the left leg back down to the ground. Place both hands back down to the mat. And we're going to open the right arm out towards the sky. Open up. Plant that left hand down so you have more space to go into a twist. Now notice the hips in this position. I want you to consciously move your hip forward and down. If there's space, lift the back leg and go ahead, grab your back foot. Maybe look right. If that's straining your neck, just turn or look towards a direction where your chest is facing. Now release the leg, place your hand back down to the floor, lift the left foot, left knee rather, step back, downward facing dog. Ooh, my legs feels better. Okay, we're gonna do the second side. Bring your right foot towards the middle part of the back side of the mat, if that makes sense. Slightly bend the right leg, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Look forward. As you exhale, step the left foot in between of your hands, lower the right knee down. Remember to cushion the knee if your knees are sensitive. Tuck the back toes, plant the left foot down, lift the torso and the arms up into a low crescent lunge. Lunge, not lunge. That was a corny joke. Now we're going to bring the left hand towards the right leg and lean back. Right arm opens. And slowly bring both hands down towards the mat. Walk the left foot to the left edge of the mat so it's on the pinky side of your left hand. Lift the right knee, move it an inch backward. You're welcome to stay in this version of lizard pose. Or otherwise, you know the drill. Lower both elbows down, lower the right leg up. Not lower, but lift the right leg up. Now, if you decide to come into this version of lizard, move the chest up, away from the mat. Push the right heel towards the back side of the room. Notice your breathing. Are you breathing too fast, too shallow? If that's yes, lower that back leg back towards the mat. And let's bring that right knee down towards the floor if it's up. Bring both hands to straight or the arms to straighten. You're gonna twist your chest towards the left arm goes up. And then keep that right hand rooted down. See if you have enough space to twist more. And maybe lift the back leg and grab the foot. And don't forget that the hips goes forward and down. Now release that back leg. Bring both hands back towards plank position. This time step into full plank. We'll do chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now from here, bend the knees a tiny bit, gaze forward. Just lower both knees down towards the mat and come to seated position. Cross the legs. Comfortable seat. If your knees, your ankles are sensitive or tender, please elevate your hips, sit higher. Close your eyes. Find length onto the spine. And as you inhale, slightly lift the shoulders up. Push them towards the back, and exhale. Bring it all the way back down into the socket. Soften the way you close your eyes. Soften your face. Try to move the ends of your lips towards the ears. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open the mouth. Exhale slow and gently through the mouth. And again, in through the nose. Out through your mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. You can slowly lay on your mat, come to Shavasana for as long as you like. Take all the time you need to feel rested, relaxed, and rejuvenated in Shavasana. Thank you for your practice. May the light in me honor the light in you. Namaste.